In this video, I'm going to show how to solve a triangle for a certain side or angle. And this is numbers 23 and 35 from 4.1 of the textbook. So first I think we need to look at some triangle relationships: cosine, sine, and tangent. So cosine of an angle is equal to the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. Sine is equal to the opposite side over the hypotenuse. And tangent is equal to the opposite side over the adjacent. And I'll explain what this means. So here we have an angle, 19 degrees. So the adjacent side is the one that it borders that isn't the hypotenuse. That's the adjacent side. The hypotenuse is always directly opposite the right angle, and the opposite side is always going to be directly opposite your angle. So in this problem, we're trying to find the hypotenuse x, and we are given an angle, 19. We're given the opposite side. We need to find the hypotenuse. So we're going to want to use sine. So the sine of an angle, 19, equals the opposite, 14, over the hypotenuse, x. Move x to the other side. X sine 19 equals 14 divided by sine of 19. X equals 14 over the sine of 19. We can take out a calculator and figure out what this actual value is. So you have 19 sine 0.325568. So 14 divided by 0.325568, that should be enough, 43.001. And we only need to go out to the nearest tenth, so x equals 43. And this could be any unit, meters, centimeters, they don't give us a unit, so we're just going to call it 43. But that is what your hypotenuse equals, and then you could find this side by using cosine or tangent. So number 35, you're given some angle theta, and you're given the opposite and the adjacent sides. You don't have to worry about the hypotenuse in this problem. So you're going to want to use tangent, because that's the one that utilizes the opposite and adjacent sides. So tangent, some angle theta, equals 10 over 6, opposite over adjacent. And then you want to isolate theta so you can figure out what it is. So theta is equal to the inverse tangent. You just want to take the inverse of this other side, 10 over 6. So if we go to our calculator, you can do 10 over 6, inverse tangent of that, 59.036. We just want to round to the nearest tenth, so that just comes out to theta equals 59 degrees. So circle that. And you can check this very simply by just pretending that there's another angle here, phi. Phi would be equal to the inverse tan of 6 divided by 10, because that's the opposite over adjacent. So if you do that, 6 divided by 10, inverse tangent, 30.96. We'll call it 31. That's theta, not phi. Phi equals 31 degrees. And you know that that's 90 degrees, and a triangle has to add up to 180. So 90 plus 59 plus 31 does in fact equal 180, because 59 plus 31 is the same as 60 plus 30, which is 90 plus 90 is 180. So that checks. Theta is equal to 59 in this problem, and phi is equal to 31. And that is how you solve a triangle for a certain side or angle.